Hi there. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Leanne, and I'm here with Third Quarter Life. And that is those of us who are in the third quarter, ages say 40 to 65, 70. We have some very interesting needs. And there's some things that I'm here to talk to you about. And today we're going to be talking about that side hustle. Now, that's not a dance, all right? So don't get all excited yet. I guess we could probably make it one if we wanted to. Do you remember the hustle? I always said that the hustle and the electric cha-cha, the bus stop, all of that was exactly the same. Boy, am I showing my age now. So, nonetheless, this is not a dance. This is the way that we can augment or help our income, especially now that we're kind of at that place where we're starting to think about retirement. Thinking about, you know what, am I going to have enough? What if I get bored and need something to do on the side? Well, guess what? Even those who are in high up say that this is a great time to get a part time job or to start looking at some other ways to earn extra income. Because even if we have, say, enough in our retirement to help out those of us who are middle class, who don't have the fortune to have a fortune in our savings or set aside, some things that we're kind of looking at. So this is certainly not an exhaustive list because I'm going to be bringing you a list like this every few weeks or so, or every month or so often, because there are so many possibilities out there. And especially with the internet now, there's even more possibilities, okay, than when our parents and grandparents were coming along. They didn't have nearly the opportunities that we do. So sometimes you just got to kind of think hard or just get on the internet, just get online and just start Googling part time jobs, or as they call them now, side hustles, not to be confused with the dance, and see what you find because chances are you're going to find something not only is going to bring you some extra income, but something that you're going to love doing. So, in some cases, you can start this as a side hustle and then maybe get to the place where it can become your full time job or bring you a regular amount of income, which is going to be a bonus. So, I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas just to kind of get that train rolling, just to kind of get it thinking, that ball rolling, maybe to kind of get you thinking in that direction. Because there's, again, so many opportunities out there. Well, before we go on, go ahead if you don't mind and like this video because I know you're going to like the information that I have to share with you and hit the subscribe button, all right? That way I'll know that you're there, that you're paying attention, and that you'll get alerted to some of these videos that I'm doing. If you hit the bell, then you'll get all of the videos as they come out. So thank you again for being with me, and let's get started. So, and these are in no particular order except for the order that they came to mind. Number one is certainly a part time retail job. Now, this is something I did about a year or so ago. Got a job at Home Goods and worked there for a little while. And it's something that I really enjoyed. The scheduling finally got to where it was conflicting with my regular job. So I wasn't able to keep it up. But particularly during the seasonal work, okay, as the holidays are approaching, this is the time you might want to think if your schedule allows you to say work some hours after you get off work or maybe work on the weekends or whatever you have available. And don't just think there's just one place that you could go check out. There are so many out there. So go and find something to be with the people that you enjoy. If you really, really enjoy things like DIY and crafting, you might want to get a job at, say, Home Depot or at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, something like that. Again, they're always looking for seasonal work, and it may just turn out to be something that you thoroughly enjoy. So keep that in mind. The second one, of course, is start selling Mary Kay, Avon, Tupperware. There's a lot of other, the essential oils that are really, really hot right now. And so any of these, now guys, I'm sure that there's some of those different kind of selling things for you too. I know that there are some guys that sell the essential oils because they are so beneficial. So check that out and see if that's maybe an opportunity, something that you'd like to look into. And I know that it would be a great part-time income for a lot of you out there. And you probably have a representative of one of those living very close to you, or you know someone. So just talk to them about it. Doesn't cost anything to chat. So the third one would be if you do have a craft, and this is for men and women, and all these in between. If you do a crafting thing, or if you like to build things, say build furniture or toys or any of those kind of things or crafty things, you can sell those online. Of course, you can go out to a flea market and sell those. They're all over the place. You can sell them online through online flea markets, but then you can also set up your own store at Etsy or Shopify. And I'm not crafty anymore. I used to be a long time ago, and then I just kind of fell out of that. But I'll put those links down at the bottom. So if that's something that you think you might be interested in, I mean, if you're doing it anyway, you might as well go ahead and sell them, because that'll be good extra income and motivate you to keep going. And it's going to give you something to do with all of your spare time as well. Like we all have so much spare time. Number four, let's say that you're kind of one of these that enjoy working outside. Guess what? There's a lot of people that don't. So if you've got the equipment and can go and mow your neighbor's lawn and get paid a little bit for it, or weed eat, or do all those kind of things. Now, this is something actually that my wonderful husband went and did just last week. He's done this a couple of times. He's not getting paid for it, though. He does it out of the kindness of his heart. We do have a neighbor that is not there right now. He has another home. And so he's been just kind of keeping an eye on when the lawn looks like it needs cutting. He'll go over there and take care of it. We were out of town one week, and so our neighbor came and cut ours. So I guess it's just kind of an unspoken neighborhood thing we have going. But if you enjoy doing that and can make some extra money, there's some good money to be made. I actually did pay a kid who was coming around the block. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid because my husband will be watching this and he'll die when he finds out how much I paid him. Just because I was trying to help my husband out, give him a break. So anyway, take it up because there is some good money there. If maybe you are not into the lawn care, but you don't mind sitting with kids, it's not just the teenagers that babysit now. In fact, more and more people are relying on those of us who have experience, who are a little bit more mature to handle the children. You could go on and put it out there. Tell people that you're available for babysitting. Offer your services to your neighbors or to your friends or family, to those at your church or clubs that have small children. Tell them that you're looking to make some little bit of extra income and you'd love to watch their kids one night or for a weekend while they go away, because you'll be helping them out and making that little money as well. Also, dog grooming, dog walking, washing the dogs. Oh my gosh, we were talking about this at work the other day. I think I'm the only one there who does not have a pet. And there are so many people now who have pets and they just don't have time to do those kind of things. And they're willing to pay good money if you'll go and walk their dog for them or walk them when they're gone for the weekend instead of putting them up in a kennel. I know that's something that my sister does a lot, is she'll take and put it up in the kennel, but she prefers to leave it with a neighbor or someone that she knows, who she trusts. So why don't you be that person? If you have animals or you don't mind having animals or want to go and stay with them, that is a fantastic opportunity. And again, makes good money. So keep that in mind. Another one is driving for Uber or Lyft or one of these companies. And the reason I'm smiling is because I do work for major insurance companies. So please, please check with your insurance first, okay? Before you talk to Uber, before you even look it up, check with your insurance and see what requirements they have and see if you need to get a special policy. But once you've got that cleared up, again, this is fantastic money, particularly if you're in a large city. Now, even in the smaller towns and cities, I think that they already have them in place now, and so it's great, but you don't drive quite as often as you would if you were in a big city. A lot of people are using this as their full-time job now. So it's a fantastic opportunity. Take advantage of it if you can. Another thing is doing online surveys. Now, this doesn't make a ton of money, but it's something that I have looked into years ago and kind of enjoyed. Makes a little bit here and there. And if you enjoy answering questions, if you enjoy doing this, they want to know what your shopping habits are, okay, where you shop, what you buy, and this kind of thing. And a lot of them pay really good. So go online, just Google it or type in surveys and see what comes up. And it's a good way to spend your extra time and get a little cash on the side. And we mentioned Uber and Lyft. If your insurance will allow it again, then you could try food delivery because that's a big thing as well. More and more companies are like contracting out. Let's say McDonald's doesn't deliver, But you can pay another company to go and pick up the food and bring it to you or take it to them, and they need drivers. And I think one of them is actually called Uber Eats, and there's some other ones out there. So this is something that my ex-husband used to do years and years ago, like say 20 years ago. He drove, and they only delivered for fancy restaurants, but it helped us out at the time. So take a look at that and see if that's something you think you might be interested in. The other two I was going to mention is real estate. Get your real estate license. I did this not too long ago. It was a big accomplishment. I have to admit, I was pretty proud of myself for going through the course, for passing the test the first time I got my license, and then decided it really wasn't what I wanted to do. But the fact that I did it, I felt really good about myself. Maybe that's something that you would be interested in doing, though. Check out your community in your area. When do they offer the classes? Check with maybe a community service or a technical school. They're always offering kind of courses like that, or your local real estate offices and real estate board. Maybe there's another company, maybe another license you would like to get. Maybe your cosmetology license. Maybe that's something that you've always been interested in, but for whatever reason didn't do it. Now's a great time. You can have this, do it as a side job, as a part-time thing. Go ahead, get your license, set you up a booth at a shop somewhere, and be able to do maybe what you've always wanted to do. What a great opportunity. So think about doing those things that you've been putting off and putting it off. Now this may be the time. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention kind of goes along with that is freelancing. And this, a lot of you don't have to have a license for, but let's say you've been working as an accountant all these years or working in some other field all these years, but in the back of your mind, you've always wanted to be a writer, or you've always wanted to go into graphic design or art of some sort. There are online websites that will help you connect with people who are looking for those, okay? Particularly with the writing. You can do like copywriting for ads. You can do writing articles for magazines. You can do a book. You can write for blogs. I'm going to talk more about the blogging later on in another episode. But one of the links, and I'll leave this down below, one of the websites is called freelancer.com. And they will set you up with anybody and with any amount. So if, let's say you don't have a lot of experience, but you really enjoy writing or doing, say, news articles, that kind of thing, or even doing fiction writing, then they will set you up with someone who's looking for an author, looking for a writer. And then y'all kind of negotiate what the pay is going to be. And then you get started. And then the more you do it, of course, the more experience you have, the more you can charge for these articles that you're writing. It's a fantastic opportunity. So there are so many things out there for us now, and it's great, again, because we can use the skills. And in the past, when we think of our parents and our grandparents, when they got to this stage of the game, when they got to third quarter, it was, okay, well, we're going to just join a club, or we're going to, just sit around and watch the news or do crossword. I don't know. It's fun. It's not picking on them by any means. It was great for them. But for us, in most cases, in general, our health is better. We're living longer. We're living better quality of life. And so we have so many more opportunities. We don't want to just sit around. Get out and do some fun things, okay? And make some money while you're doing it. Never hurts to try. Speaking of which, I can't finish out without mentioning, once again, my favorite third quarter players, Amy and Kim. Now, if you can start a business at this stage of the game, which I know you can, do it. It is not too late. Today is the day. Start, get it going, get that ball rolling. They are killing it on QVC. Belle by Kim Gravel. They've got these fashions, this beautiful little peekaboo shoulder sweater that I have on, the cosmetics. The cosmetics have been nominated for customer favorite. So by this time, they probably won. But go and check it out. I'm going to leave the links, as always, to my makeup, to my clothes, to some of these websites that we've been talking about. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this inspired you and got you motivated to go out and make a little extra cash and get that side hustle going. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.